I married the wrong brother, and it cost me everything. It was 3 in the morning on a freezing Tuesday. My 6-year-old son, Leo, woke up with a terrifying wheezing cough. It wasn't just a cold. His lips were turning a faint shade of blue, and he was gasping for air. I shook my husband, Derek, awake in a total panic. "We have to go to the emergency room right now," I pleaded, tears already streaming down my face. Derek just groaned, pulled the heavy duvet over his head, and mumbled, "Just give him his inhaler, babe. I have a massive presentation at 9. I need my sleep." I couldn't believe it. I scooped Leo up, my hands shaking so badly I could barely hold my phone, and called the one person I knew would answer, Derek's older brother, Ryan. Ryan lived 20 minutes away, but he answered on the very first ring. He didn't hesitate. "I am in the truck," he said, his voice completely steady. "I am on my way. Keep him upright and breathe with him." By the time the ambulance arrived, Derek was still in bed. He actually complained about the flashing lights shining through our bedroom window. When we got to the ER, Ryan was already there. He was standing in the freezing parking lot wearing sweatpants and a backwards baseball cap. He didn't leave my side for 12 hours. When the doctors asked about Leo's complicated medical history, my brain completely short-circuited. I couldn't remember the name of his daily steroid. Ryan stepped right in. He knew the exact dosage, the name of the specialist we saw last year, and even remembered that Leo is strictly allergic to latex. At noon the next day, Derek finally strolled into the pediatric ward. He was wearing a perfectly pressed, custom-tailored suit, holding a massive iced coffee just for himself. He looked at Leo, who was finally sleeping, attached to an IV. "And do you know what my husband said?" He sighed and whispered, "Well, I bombed my presentation because I was so stressed about this." The client walked. I looked at Derek, obsessing over his lost commission. Then I looked at Ryan, who was asleep in a miserable plastic hospital chair, still holding my son's tiny hand, and it hit me like a ton of bricks. The man I was supposed to build a life with was completely hollow. The man who actually showed up when my world was falling apart was his brother. I filed the divorce papers exactly 2 weeks later.